It's good, y'all. Welcome back to Niner Wire. I'm your host, Sam, and today we are here for episode 1 of Mock Draft Monday. Now, this is a series I'm going to be running through my channel up until the draft, and how it's going to work is basically I'm going to give you guys some mock draft content every Monday. Mock Draft Monday, I thought of that catchy name, so thought I'd use that. But today's episode 1, I'm going to be doing some 7-round mock draft 49ers simulations, as you see right here. We have Pro Football Network simulators loaded right here. 7 rounds, 49ers. We're going to do that. And it's going to be a preview for next week, episode 2 next week. I'm going to have you guys come on. We're going to do an open mic simulation. You guys can pick whatever team you want, 7 rounds. We'll see how it goes, but it should be fun. I'm really excited to kick off the series, and I hope you guys are too. Let's get right into it. But before we do, make sure to follow me on Twitter at NinerWireSam. My Instagram's at NinerWire_YT. If you're watching on Twitter, make sure to subscribe to NinerWire on YouTube. That's where I post most of my stuff there. Twitter, YouTube, those are where I post most of my stuff. Instagram, don't post as much, but hey, make sure to follow me there. It's all good there too. Also, make sure to tune in to Talking Niners wherever you get your podcast with me and Kobe, and follow us on Twitter at Talking Niners Pod. And as always, if you have any questions or comments or anything like that, make sure to leave them in the live chat below. Without further ado, let's get right into it. So, as you can see right here, we're on Pro Football Network. Ignore the ads at the top, but it is what it is. We got 7 rounds, normal 49ers, and we're going to be doing some different scenarios for each draft. So, first scenario is we're just going to do no trades. So, there's going to be other teams that make trades. I'm not going to make any trades as the Niners GM in this simulation, and we're just going to see how it goes. Kind of just show you different scenarios of how we're going to do this, how this draft is going to go, and what we need to do to get our guys in the draft. And from what I think you'll see from this no trade one, all the quarterbacks will be off the board before our pick. You got 3 off the board right now. Trey Lance is still on the board, but he might actually make it to us. Yeah, so Trey Lance does make it to us. So that is interesting. Usually that doesn't happen. Sometimes the simulator is just absolutely whacked. So I think the Panthers would probably go Lance over Farley, but hey, man, it is what it is. This seems fairly realistic to say the least from that. But all right, so we're at pick 12. Obviously, we're on the clock right now, and you can go offense, defense, special teams. I think we should just take Max Duffy with this pick because punters' lives matter. But okay, yeah, you can go defense. You got J.C. Horn, Gregory Rousseau, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, and you got offense. You got Lance, Slater, Darisaw, and the pick is in with the 12th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft. The San Francisco 49ers select Trey Lance, quarterback, North Dakota State. I'm going to pause the stream right here, tell you guys my thoughts on it. So Trey Lance, I'm going to stick with Trey Lance here. Obviously, we need a quarterback. We got our guy. I mean, it's pretty simple. None of the other options really stood out to me as a need as much. I know you got Rashawn Slater, who I really like, but I'm going to go Trey Lance. Quarterback's a much bigger need. He's going to need a bit of development time, so we might stick with Jimmy. I'm not 100% sure, but Trey Lance either way is a great pick. I don't think, as Jordan says right here, I don't think Trey Lance would make it to us at 12, but hey, man, this is a no-trade simulation. It is what it is. We'll have to roll with it. So now we just continue to our next pick, which I believe is at 43. Just watch how the other draft goes. Barmore at 13 is a bit of a reach. I need to do a bit more research on him. That seems kind of a reach. Harris at 16. There goes J.C. Horn to the Miami Dolphins. Darisaw. Oh, and you got another trade. Kadarius Toney to the Green Bay Packers. That's a deal I really like. Melifonwu, that's a guy I really want to be a Niner. Would be a great cornerback fit. His brother's already here as a safety. Getting the guy out of Syracuse would be really nice. Etienne is still on the board. Rashad Bateman's still on the board. Rashad Bateman just went off the board to the Baltimore Ravens. That's a good pick right there. And then these are the trades. We cannot take any. This is a no trade simulation. Baltimore traded up. Oh, they traded back and somehow gone. Wow, that's pretty good for them. All right, so we got our quarterback in Lance, as you can see right here. Got our quarterback in Lance. Now, I think you got to go. You're looking at offensive tackle, offensive guard, one of those two maybe. You got cornerback still on the board. How about an edge rusher? There's a lot you could do here. Maybe even a center. I mean, Creed Humphrey, I know this simulator has him ranked pretty highly around this time. Either way, I think you're probably going to have a reach right here wherever you go. I mean, the simulators, like, not as many players fall as you're thinking they're going to fall. So, yeah. But a lot of options here. I'm looking around there. This is a tough option, but I'm going to say that the pick is in with the 43rd pick in the NFL draft. San Francisco 49ers select Asante Samuel Jr., cornerback, Florida State. Now, before I say anything about this, I have not done that much cornerback research. I really just looked at the top 3 just to get a good sense right there. But that's who I'm going to go with. I'm going to go with Asante Samuel Jr. Really because I know Bean says right here, Jalen Phillips, edge rusher, might be the best pick. But the edge class is deeper than the cornerback class. And I think getting that cornerback early, which we're going to need, even though Lynch doesn't go cornerback that early, I think that's a good pick right there. Get that cornerback and be set there. So I definitely think you get the bigger need at cornerback right there. Asante Samuel Jr., heard good things about him. Don't really know too much about him. I might have to watch some film, do a bit more research. But that's the pick right there. We're going to go with Asante Samuel Jr., and let's continue to pick 96. I'm going to stop pausing. I'm just gonna let it run out. I mean, this is really all about the Niners, not really any other team. So, and I know we're doing a lot of simulations. We're already pretty far in the stream, like 6 minutes isn't that far, but yeah, we're just gonna watch this, go through it while we're talking about the picks. Just make the stream go a bit quicker. So, yeah, Carlos Basham in the 3rd round. I would have traded up for him right there if we were able to do trades. Maybe next one, but we'll have to see. Eric Stokes is still on the board. That would be a good pick. Dynamy Brown, is it Diami Brown, whatever. But that's going. There's Elijah Moore going to the Giants. Davis Mills and the Raiders in the 3rd round. Interesting pick. Is Kyle Trask still on the board? Give me a sec. He is. So Kyle Trask is on the board. Who's going to take Kyle Trask? It's not going to be us at 96. But, I mean, I don't know. We can't take any trades, so we're just rejecting both. A lot of guys out there. I see one guy on this board that I have a lot of eyes on. The pick is in with the 96th pick in the 2021 NFL draft. The San Francisco 49ers select Demetric Felton, running back, UCLA. Now, Demetric Felton's tried out at the Senior Bowl as a wide receiver. And when you play running back in college, go wide receiver in the NFL or at the Senior Bowl, that seems like a Kyle Shanahan guy. I feel like Kyle Shanahan would love him on this team. I think that would be a fantastic fit for the 49ers. And look at that. We're up again. I know it doesn't fill our primary needs, but I just think getting a guy who can fit the system really well is phenomenal. So we're back at it at 111. We still need a bit of offensive line help. Got those guys right there. And then you also need edge help right there. So those are 2 guys right there. Looking at the big board, there are some guys on there that, I mean, I definitely think you'd like to see those guys. I mean, there's a lot of guys, a lot of pretty good guys. So, I mean, offensive tackle, offensive guard, whatever you want. There's some good guys there. A lot of safeties, a lot of defensive tackles. But the pick is in with the 111th pick in the 2021 NFL draft. The San Francisco 49ers select Ben Cleveland, guard, Georgia. Now, I don't know too much about him. I heard his name last year. I think he was going to enter last year and then end up not entering. But from what I heard, he was pretty good last year. Did a bit better this year. He played it with a stacked offensive line, so that could be the big problem. But, hey, man, playing against a stacked offensive line, you learn a lot from those guys. I think that could really help this team. So I'm going to go with him, see what happens there. But I think that's a decent pick. Now, I mean, I will say that after round 4, there's a lot of guys I don't really know after round 4. I'll be honest. I'll learn the guys as we go through. Again, this is a series for a reason, so we'll have to see right there. But looking at this board, there's a lot of guys I see that I recognize over here. And let me look at edge real quick. Let me look at corner real quick. I know, so we have, let's just recap what we have. We have our cornerback, running back or wide receiver, guard. But the pick is in with the 142nd pick in the 2021 NFL draft. The San Francisco 49ers select Paulson Adebo, cornerback, Stanford. This name just stands out to me because he had first-round grid on him. To get him the 5th round is an absolute steal. I know we need an edge. I'm just going to go with this right here. Get another cornerback. We definitely need a lot of cornerbacks this class, so I definitely think that's a great pick right there. Edge, on the other hand, I think we would probably go in free agency to get a guy, but we'll have to see. We are on the board again. Cam Bynum is another name that I recognize right there. But I'm going to say that, that's tough. I was going to say pick is in, but there was another guy I saw up there that I'm considering. Looking at this, also, you can look at the team needs. So We've addressed corner. We addressed quarterback. We addressed guard. We addressed cornerback twice. We have not addressed edge, and we have not addressed safety. Safety could be one we have to address. But anyways, the pick is in with the 159th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft. The San Francisco 49ers select Shaka Toney, edge, Penn State. I've heard a bit about him, not too much. I'm going to go with him. I've heard about him. So that's my explanation. Kind of a dumb explanation, but it is what it is. On to round 6. A lot of guys going off the board, obviously. There's this Robert Jones guy's been on the board forever. I don't know if I should take him, but excuse me. But I see one guy on the board that I am thinking of. Let me look here. Let me look at wide receivers really quickly. Okay. Our next pick after 173 is going to be at 196. I'm going to say that the pick is in with the 173rd pick in the 2021 NFL Draft. The San Francisco 49ers select Trey Hill, offensive center, Georgia. Only reason I don't know anything about that guy. I'll be completely honest. I don't know anything about that guy. Only reason I'm picking him, we do need a center, and he played with Ben Cleveland, who we drafted earlier. I think that's a good enough explanation to pick him right there. So we're going to do it. But we're coming up to pick 196. And I see a guy that I really want. He might go off the board. Let's see if damn. We'll talk about it later. He did go off the board, I just noticed. But pick 196. We don't have a safety. Let's get our safety with 196 pick in the 2021 NFL Draft. The San Francisco 49ers select Paris Ford, safety Pitt. We saw him at the Senior Bowl. Did pretty well. I'm pretty sure that was him. I think there might be another Pitt safety. Not 100% sure. But there you go. Why the hell is Israel Mukuamu so low on this board? That does not make a lot of sense to me. I like that guy a lot. That's a bit confusing. We'll have to figure that out. I know this is obviously their rankings, so it is what it is, but this is a guy who could go 3rd round. I'm not going to take him because we already had some stuff right here. We got our 2 cornerbacks. We got our edge. We got a center. We got a quarterback. We got a wide receiver in Demetric Felton. We got a safety. Looking at the board, it's 7th round, so you could really do something. Looking at linebacker, that might be a good position to go after. Obviously, we need a linebacker. Oh, well, we don't need a linebacker necessarily, but it might be good to just get some linebacker depth. You know what? Screw it. With the 206th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the San Francisco 49ers select Israel Mukuamu, cornerback, South Carolina. I know we went 3 corners, but I love that guy. Physical. He played next to J.C. Horn, who I think is another guy who would fit really well in the system. So great system fit. I haven't watched too much tape on him. I would definitely want to watch more, though. But from the tape I love him from what I've watched so far. So it'll be very interesting to see how that goes. But looking at that recap, you got Trey Lance, Asante Samuel Jr., Demetric Felton, Ben Cleveland, Paulson Adebo, Shaka Toney, Trey Hill, Paris Ford, and Israel Mukuamu. I definitely think this is a good draft. With no trades especially, you get your quarterback at 12. That is a win right there. So absolutely taking that. I will take this draft. If I had to rate it out of 10, you could have done better. But, it's a simulation. What do you expect? So I think this is overall, I think this is a great draft. But we'll take it right there. All right. Simulation number 2. We are doing 6 simulations today. That was the first one. First one, no trades. Next simulation we got, I believe... What did I put down? I have my notes pulled up right here. All right, so that was a no-trade simulation. This one, we're just going to do a normal simulation. This is the way that I think if I was GM, I would actually act in this draft. So there's going to be trades. There's going to be other stuff. This is how we're going to do it. And this is, by the way, assuming that we're getting our quarterback through the draft. We'll do some more simulations with quarterbacks in the draft later on. But 7 rounds, 49ers, let's get it. So you got to be very careful right here because, usually you definitely have to trade up. So watch the Jets pick. They pick Justin Fields, Penei Sewell, Zach Wilson. Okay, now you're in a bit of a situation. Let's see if we can make a deal. I think you got it. You definitely have to jump Carolina if you want to get Trey Lance. You also, Detroit, I don't think would take a quarterback. That might be a good fit, though. Trey Lance is a guy who I'm not as high on as some of the other guys, and I don't necessarily know if I would trade up to 5 for him. Let's see if we can do it at 7. Let's see what happens here. So they take Kwity Paye, which has been an interesting. Damn, I forgot to pause. Fuck. Damn, that sucks. That was completely unintentional, guys. I apologize for that. let's just restart the simulation. Let's have one where I don't mess up the pausing. I don't care. I mean, if we get our quarterback, so be it. It's all good. I just want to make sure that the simulation goes right. There's going to be some whack stuff. I'm not going to restart it for the whack stuff. You might see a guy like who the Jets. All right, yeah, Justin Fields there. Penei Sewell. Okay, so now Zach Wilson. Still on board. I think Eagles probably go receiver here. So this is a great place with Detroit to trade up. They go Devontae Smith. Let's make a deal with the Detroit Lions right here. So we're going to give up 12. I want to keep 43. I think keeping 43 is going to be very important for us. That's going to help us get some needs later on. So let's see if we can keep 43. Let's go 12, 96, a second next year, and a third next year. And let's see for pick 7. That's a lot, I know, to move up 5 spots. Let's see if we can do our comp third instead of our actual third. That might be a bit better. See how that goes. So first, a second and 2 thirds for pick 7. Do they accept? They do not. Okay, let's pause that again. Let's give up the other third. See what's up with that. So 12, 96, 7. We don't want to give up our first next year. We want to give up 2 in this third. Let's see what they do. They decline again. Okay. So it's looking like we might have to give up pick number 43 to do it. Let's just do it. I'm going to say, so this is a similar trade to what the Buffalo Bills offered in 2017 or 2018 to get Josh Allen. Let's see if they take this 12, 43 in a second next year. Do they accept? They do. So they did want that second. We get that guy right there. And with the 7th pick in the 2021 NFL draft, the San Francisco 49ers select Zach Wilson, quarterback, BYU, my QB2 in this draft. I think this is a phenomenal pick. Great trade to move him up. I think you kind of had to do that. So first trade of the draft goes pretty well. So Indy trades up to get Rashawn Slater right there. Surtain to 17. But yeah, anyways, guys, I mean, yes, I know we give up that second round pick. That's a pick I didn't really want to give up, but it is what it is. I think it's going to work out either way. So yeah, that's my thought process on that. So now we're going to wait until pick 96 to see what happens. There's some guys going off the boards. Mac Jones to Carolina. So yeah, we did hop up against, we did jump Carolina and get the quarterback. Now they're stuck with Mac Jones. So we'll have to see what happens there. So Creed Humphreys, no, he didn't. I wouldn't consider that a fall really. But Rondale Moore in the second round. The wide receiver rankings are kind of whack. I know they really have like the top 3, and then there's a pretty big fall off from that. I don't think there's as big as a fall off. I think this is a very deep class. Okay, so we gotta be on for trades as well. So we're at pick 96. Let's stay focused for that. Right now, I don't see a guy on the board I necessarily want, but looking at, and I mean that's pretty far to trade up that far. So I mean you don't really want to give up too much. I think you already traded up once already, and I think you just wait it out, see what happens there. So yeah, let's just wait it out. Unless there's a guy that just really just stands out to you right there. Also, I'm going to try to make these drafts a bit different. So if a guy like Demetric Felton, who just went off the board, if he was there at 96, I wouldn't have taken him. Let's see. I'm trying to change things up for you guys, see what happens. So yeah, we have one offer from Seattle to move back pretty far. I'm gonna leave that open for now. You just gotta look at what's up with everything else before you do that. Obviously, do your due diligence. There's some good receivers, good linebackers, and looking at our needs, you got guard, tackle, not really. Oh, that's a center. Yeah, guard and tackle, not really many guys. I think that's one of the other things about trading up in this draft to get up a little bit more. It's definitely hard to do that. So that's why that's another reason why I didn't want to give up pick 43, but we did that. Cornerback, you got some guys right here. Paulson Adebo right there. Israel Mukuamu is down here. I don't know why he's so low, but he is. Edge right here. Edge is pretty good. Joe Tyrone, I've heard good things about him. Dalen Hayes, that is a guy who we had an interview with. Apparently that went really well. Could get him later though, so we'll hold off on that. I'm going to say that the pick is in, though. With the 96th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the San Francisco 49ers select. Ooh, I changed my mind at the last minute, but we're going to go Chaz Surratt, the linebacker out of North Carolina. I've heard fantastic. I haven't watched that much film about him, but I've heard fantastic things about him. Getting a linebacker. We have the 2 locked up. We got Fred Warner. We got Dre Greenlaw. We've traded Quan last year. Getting another one might help this team a lot. I definitely think this is a fantastic pick for the 49ers. So we'll take Chaz Surratt, a guy who I've heard phenomenal things about this season. So coming up to pick 111, there's going to be some guys on the board that we want. And maybe we go with a bit of reach here. Maybe we don't. I don't know. We'll have to figure it out. Pick 111. Look, we got a linebacker and we got our quarterback. Let's get that quarterback a weapon. Or I don't know if we want to get him a weapon. There's one guy I really want on this board that maybe we can get him later. I don't know. Okay, we got wide receiver, tackle, guard. What about edge? What about corner? Go back to all. Ooh, this is a tough decision. I don't really know. Let's look. Okay, you know what? I'm going to say that the pick is in. With the 111th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the San Francisco 49ers select Royce Newman, guard, Ole Miss. Not heard a thing about this guy. I'm really taking him because he's a guard. I think that's the best move right there. Just get your offensive lineman. Now is the time where everything becomes really weak. So I think you just get the guy you need the most. And I'm going to go guard. I just think Lynch would probably do that. If I was GM, we'll have to see what happens. But yeah, dumb. I almost took Elijah Moore. I took Chaz Surratt at the last minute. There's one guy I am waiting to get who I do think is going to fall to us later on in the draft. So we'll have to see what happens. Elijah Moore is a great pick, but there's another guy. Some of you guys know who this is already. I'm not taking him here, but I'm gonna take. I see one guy I really want right here. 142nd pick in the 2021 NFL Draft. The San Francisco 49ers select Paulson Debo, cornerback, Stanford. I'm taking him again. I don't care. He is the best one on the board right now. So why not? Stanford guy. You know, they all really like Stanford guys at the 49ers. So yeah. Okay. Coming up, we have pick 157, I believe it is. And let's just do a recap of our draft when we get there. So, yeah. Okay. So we are now here. Got some offers. Oh, yeah. I've only made one trade this draft, which is interesting. You could trade back again, too. You got Zach Wilson, Chaz Surratt, Royce Newman, Paulson Adebo. The offer we have on the table is to move back to 170. That is a terrible offer. I am not taking that at all. And, so it was DeMar Hamlin that went to the Senior Bowl, not Paris Ford. I'm going to scroll down a bit. We're going to, should I take him here? I don't know. You know what? Let's not take him here. Let's wait it out. With the 159th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the San Francisco 49ers select Drake Jackson, center, Kentucky, getting our center, getting our guy who can lock it up the middle. I know Weston Richburg's probably done. Ben Garland, I do believe, can play at center, but it seems like the Niners are rumored to go after other guys. So we'll have to see what happens. But now we're at pick 173. Pick 173. Our next pick is at 196. This is where I'm taking my guy. With the 173rd pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the San Francisco 49ers select Tamorrion Terry, wide receiver, Florida State. I cannot tell you enough how much I love this guy, man. Tamorrion Terry is an absolute beast. I mean, I just love him. I mean, you watch the film. He runs really a lot of verticals, fast, 6'4". Seems like a guy who can fill a Jalen Hurd role pretty well. So I definitely think that's a really good guy to get on your team right there. Scary Tamorrion Terry. There you go. But now we're in round 7. We got a few more picks left. We got 196 from the Jets, and we got 206, which is our own pick. Let's go back to all. I should have made more trades, I feel like, in this one. We'll do it later on. But let's do pick 196. With the 196th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the San Francisco 49ers select Tariq Thompson, safety, San Diego State. He played at the Senior Bowl, did decent from what I watched, but I'm going to take him here. We do need a safety. Seems realistic to get him right here. And then looking at what else we need, we have not taken an edge yet. That might be a good idea to get. Are there any good edges available? Let's look. All right. Here's the guy I'm going to take I see off the board. With the 206th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the San Francisco 49ers select Jonathan Cooper, edge, Ohio State. This is definitely a bit late from him from what I heard, but the Niners had a good interview with him. Went well. That seems like a reasonable pick. In the 7th round, probably not. It's probably going to be a bit earlier than that, but it is what it is. We will take him right there. So, yeah. So we're taking right there. By the way, guys, I can't see the comments while I'm on the simulation. So that's why if I'm not responding to comments and not seeing them right away, that's why I'm ignoring them. But this is the simulation we did. We got Zach Wilson right here, traded up to get him. Here's the trade again, 12, 43 in next year's second. I didn't want to give up 43, and that kind of ruined the rest of the draft. But hey, man, we got our quarterback. Chaz Surratt right there, Royce Newman, Paulson Adebo, Drake Jackson, Tamorion Terry, my guy, Tariq Thompson, and Jonathan Cooper. So I think this is a pretty good draft, better than the last one in my opinion. Could have done better at offensive line specifically, but I think it's good. You got Zach Wilson. I think that's a dub right there. So yeah, Jonathan Cooper is going to be our edge, as NJ Niner fan says right there. All right, new simulation. Let's do another one. New scenario. So let's do a QB trade. And by QB trade, I don't mean trading for one in the draft. I mean trading for one outside of the draft. So this is going to change our draft game plan. And the next few ones are going to be changing our draft game plan by training quarterbacks. So, all right, you know how? Here's how I'm going to do it. First quarterback you guys comment besides Deshaun Watson. We're getting to a Deshaun Watson one later. If you guys want to comment a quarterback name, Darnold, Wentz, you name it, we'll trade for them. Otherwise, if you guys don't comment in the next 30 seconds, I'm just going to pick one. So cue the Jeopardy music, whatever you want to do. So yeah. Okay. Sorry. I just saw an email on my team on something else, but yeah, we're going to be trading for a quarterback right here, seeing who you get. I don't know if we're going to get a comment in the next 15 seconds, but it is what it is. Just comment whatever quarterback you want. If you guys are in time, I will pick that quarterback, first one available. So yeah, there you go. Ham Arnold's the first quarterback, so we're going to go with him right here. So we're going to make a trade with the New York Jets. I know Schefter is saying a late first. I don't buy that at all. If that was the case, I'm not doing it. So how this works is you got to give up a pick right here. So let's give up 142, which I believe is a fifth rounder. Actually, let's go 111. That's a fourth rounder. That seems a bit more realistic. And you just trade it for next year's seventh, and the deal is done. So we're going to get Sam Darnold as our quarterback for the 49ers right there. We give a pick 111. And we don't get the Jets seventh rounder. That just counts as Sam Darnold. They're going to accept that. And that changes our draft game plan. We don't need a quarterback any longer. So it definitely gives us a bit more leverage, and you'll see in the draft. So Devontae Smith at 2. That's where I'm talking about the whack things right there. Trey Lance, Zach Wilson is still on the board. This was not the one to do it. So the Bears traded up. So now we're here at pick 12, and we have a lot more flexibility. We didn't trade up earlier. We don't need a quarterback. I mean, you still got J.C. Horn on the board. You got Rashawn Slater on the board. I'm going to wait it out. I might wait it out. I might trade back. Looking at the offers, the Jacksonville offer is definitely the most enticing right now. I might take that. You also got the Titans offer is pretty nice. I'm going to take the Jacksonville offer. I might trade up to get Slater again. There's another guy who I want as well who can get at 25, maybe. We'll have to figure it out, but I'm going to have Jacksonville trade up. They take Kyle Pitts, and we trade it back to 25, get 33 as well. I think that's a pretty good deal for us. I mean, I think I could have counted a bit more, honestly, if I'm being real, but it is what it is. So Washington is up right here. I think this is where our guy could go off the board. Elijah Vera Tucker was the guy I was talking about, but now we're at pick 23. I'm going to trade up because I see a guy that I want right away. We're going back to the Jets. So 25, 23, I'll give up a fifth as well. I'll give up 142 to move up 2 spots. Do they take it? They do not. Let's see if we can do this again. Let's do 23, 25. Let's do 142 in next year's 7th. And let's do next year's 5th. We'll give them next year's 5th as well. So 2 fifths, next year's 7th. We're going to go next year's 7th. Or how about this year's 6th? This year's, I know I'm being so indecisive right now. Let's see if they take that. They should take this. They do not. Okay. Ooh, okay. We're going to have to wait it out then. See what happens. I want Kwity Paye. Does he fall to us? He does. There you go. An absolute steal at 25. With the 25th pick, the 49ers select Kwity Paye. No need to even listen to any other offer. We're taking him right there. In my opinion, he is the best edge in the class. We get him at pick 25. That's an absolute steal right there. So you're taking that all day long. Okay. Now we're back up at pick 33. Again, we made the trade. So pick 33, we got our quarterback in Sam Darnold. We just got Kwity Paye at 25, an absolute steal. And looking at the board, I mean, there's a lot of guys you could get out there too. So you got some offensive line still. You got some cornerback. You got some edge still. We are edge already, but cornerback and offensive line. I got my pick made already. I know who I'm taking with the 33rd pick in the 2021 NFL draft. The San Francisco 49ers select Jalen Mayfield, offensive tackle, Michigan. He can also play guard, I believe. So that is the reason I'm taking him. He's a guy who can play guard and tackle, swing a little bit of versatility. That's what we need for this team. So, yeah. Okay. You know what? Let's spice some things up. I see a guy on the board that you guys are not going to want. I'm going to take him here, though. With the 43rd pick in the 2021 NFL draft, the San Francisco 49ers select Travis Etienne, running back, Clemson. Is this happening? Probably not. Is this a phenomenal fit for Kyle Shanahan's system? Absolutely. Would this be fun to watch? Absolutely. That's the only reason I'm taking him. I don't really have that much of an explanation, but let's go running back. Let's spice some things up. Let's see what happens there. That's probably not going to happen, but hey, man, it is what it is. It is an absolute W. We got 33 and we got Pay at 25. Pay is a guy who I think you take at 11 and you got him at 25, plus you get 33. That's an absolute steal in the draft. Okay, we gotta get betting. We gotta get back to if we want to trade up or anything, because I just saw Rondale Moore go in the third round. That is just my fault for sleeping on that. But looking at who we got some guys still there. We're at 7-7. We're picking at 96. You know, we didn't make that trade with the Jets, so we still do have a lot. We gave up our fourth rounders, so we'll have to see what happens there. Why is Davis Mills going over Kyle Trask? That doesn't make that much sense to me. I know Bean's really high on him, but yeah, okay. So we're going to pick 96. Let's see what we can do. I'm going to hold steady right there. We got some trade offers. We got one from the Houston Texans, 116 in a fourth next year for 204. That is pretty intriguing, honestly. I might take that deal. Let's just look around, see what we need. Looking around, I think I'm going to take that deal. I'm going to take that deal with the Houston Texans for pick 116. They are now on the clock. They take Greg Newsome. I think looking at what we need, I think that's going to be back later in the draft. I know you got guys like Elijah Moore who just went to the Cowboys. That's a great fit. But I think the wide receiver class is deep, man. So I definitely think you can get some guys right here. I don't know if they're going to fall to us. We're at what pick are we at? Again, 116. Okay. We could have traded up there. Probably should have. We're kind of stuck now. I was hoping to get one of those guys. There's a run on wide receivers. Let's continue the run on wide receivers, actually. So, yeah, let's continue the run on wide receivers. With the 116 pick in the 2021 NFL draft, the San Francisco 49ers select Shi Smith, wide receiver, South Carolina. South Carolina guy, you got the link with Debo. I've heard pretty great things about him so far. So, I'm going to go with Shi Smith at wide receiver, guy who can replace Kendrick Bourne, be our wide receiver 3 on this team. So, yeah, I definitely think that's a good idea right there. So, yeah, okay. Now we got to go back to all. Got to wait to trade up, see if we can do anything. I don't really know. The problem with trading up here is I don't really know the guys as well. But I do. We're at 142. I'm going to hold steady. I see a guy that damn, the Broncos got him. I heard good things about Golston. I should have taken him right there. But, yeah, we're at 142. We got our edge. We got our tackle. We got our wide receiver. We got our quarterback by trading for Darnold. We got a running back. That was just to spice a few things up. We definitely need a cornerback, though. I don't want to go Paulson Adebo again. I want to change things up. Let's look at the cornerback, see who's available. And I got one in mind that I see right there. With the 142nd pick in the 2021 NFL draft, the San Francisco 49ers select Cameron Bynum, cornerback Cal. I don't know much about him. I just live closest to Cal, so there you go. Local guy staying with a local team. So we'll take him right there. I don't know. Just no reason to get our cornerback. Again, I do need to do a bit more research for everything. But I definitely think it's a decent pick right there. You get a cornerback, so it works out all in all. Okay, Broncos are offering us 170. I'm going to reject that because I see a guy that I want with the 159th pick. The San Francisco 49ers select Drake Jackson. Going back to Drake Jackson, I'll take him again. We do need a center, so that's really the reason I'll take him again. One thing I'll say this. One thing I haven't been picking is safeties. The reason I haven't been picking safeties is it's a weak safety class, so I think you're probably better off getting your safety in free agency. Same with edge, but Pay at 25. I think I just had to take. So, yeah, Bynum 5th round. I definitely like that. I need to do a bit more research on him, but yeah. So, I definitely think that's a good pick right there. Back at it at pick 173. Let's look around a bit. Let's explore a little bit. So we got our cornerback. We don't have a safety. We got center. We got wide receiver. We got running back, tackle, and edge. So we have 2 more picks. We traded our 7th to Houston, so we don't have that anymore. I'm gonna go. Ooh, let's look. Tight end. You got some good options. We don't need a running back. Okay, you know what? Let's spice things up again. With the 173rd pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the San Francisco 49ers select Shane Boucher, quarterback, SMU. This is a guy who I really like a lot. I definitely think it's a good fit for the 49ers. I mean, that's the same with every quarterback. I know someone commented on my video today saying that you can't just say every fit's going to be a good fit. But really, I mean, it is Kyle Shanahan's system. So it's really, there's a lot to do with it. But I definitely think it's a good idea to get a backup quarterback in this draft. I know we just re-signed Josh Rosen, but you can't hurt to have too many quarterbacks on this team, especially the unproven ones. So, yeah. Okay. We're just going to screw it right here. 196 with the 196th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft. We're taking Israel Mukuamu, another guy I love. Well, same guy I love that I talked about earlier. We're just taking him right there just to emphasize how much I love that guy. I definitely think he could be a stud in this league. Again, 7th round, way too high for him. He's probably way too low for him, I should say. He's going probably 3rd round. So we'll take him right there. But that's how this draft goes. So we made a trade back. We traded to get Darnold. And once this draft ends, we'll look at everything right here. But overall, I think this was a pretty good draft for what we needed. So yeah, Kwity Paye, Jalen Mayfield, starting off with 2 Michigan guys. That's an absolute steal for 25 Kwity Paye. I mean, come on, man. You can't complain about that. Jalen Mayfield after that. Travis Etienne, that was just to spice things up. I don't think that's happening, but that'll be fun to watch. Shi Smith, Cameron Bynum, Drake Jackson, Shane Boucher, and Israel Mukuamu. And we acquired the Houston 4th. The 2027th is Sam Darnold. So that is not anything to worry about. So, yeah. All right. Next sim. This sim is exactly why I do not want Deshaun Watson on this team. And I will tell you why. So, I just paused the draft. Let's make a trade with the Houston Texans. Where are the Houston Texans? They're in the AFC, not the NFC. Okay, so this is their 7th round pick. Here's what we're going to have to get to Watson. 1, 2, 3. That's probably what you're looking at. You can't trade any first from later on. So we're just going to stick with that for now. I think that you're probably looking at a lot to get Deshaun Watson. And you're probably looking at a player too. Let's say we give up a guy. Let's just do this. And let's say we give up Nick Bosa. Let's give up Nick Bosa as well in this deal. And we'll give up the 3rd just because we're probably going to give up another first. So we're giving up Bosa in this deal. Now we have a massive hole at edge. The Texans trade has just been accepted. Look where we are now. Let's go. Look, you scroll all the way back. You're at pick 90. You have 96, 111, 142, 159, 173, 196, 206. You're not going to get that much out of that. That is just hit or miss picks. You're not doing anything from that. You have to have some safety. Like, it doesn't make any sense. And you know what? We'll simulate, and I'll just show you how it doesn't make any sense. We're going to be waiting here for a long time, guys. So sit back, grab the popcorn, just watch the stream. Matter of fact, I'll just take myself off camera until you guys finish this. So I don't know if you guys can still hear me. I think you guys can, but I'm just going to leave it at this. You guys see just how long this takes. It's not going to work out, guys. I'm telling you, Deshaun Watson is the worst option for the 49ers at quarterback. I keep standing by that point. I'm still going to stand by that point. That's why you go after a guy probably like Carson Wentz, like Sam Darnold. I made videos on those guys for reasons. So, yeah, man, that's what I'm thinking right now. So I don't think Deshaun Watson, I mean, he's not your guy. He's not the best option for the 49ers. I'm telling you that right now. I might keep saying throughout the stream, I do not care. Deshaun Watson is not the best option for the 49ers. He's the worst option. And we're going to have to wait a bit longer as you see all these guys go off the board. I'm not even analyzing them because it doesn't even matter. We don't have the capital to trade up this far. We're not getting any of these guys. Like J2 Feely, that was a guy I would love to trade up for. Fell a lot. We can't now. Michael Carter, there's another guy. Running back, he's a pretty good guy. I would take him. Eric Stokes, would have traded up for him probably. Can't. Liam Eichenberg, would have traded up for him. Can't. Spencer Brown, another guy I love. Can't get him. Demetric Felton, can't really trade up for him. Now we're probably in the range where we can trade up for guys, but still, man, you see, it doesn't make sense. You're not getting that much talent here. I'm telling you that right now. And trading back, by the way, that's not going to help you at all. That's just going to give you more. I mean, it might help you, but not really, man. I mean, when this is your first pick of the draft, it's not really going to make sense. And I'm not taking that deal right there. I'm telling you that right now. We don't have that many options. We're going to take Elijah Moore because why not? Best player that fits a need for this team. Ooh, actually, we could take the Wisconsin Whitewater guy. No, I'm going to go Elijah Moore. And, I mean, your first pick as a wide receiver, you have so many other gaping holes that you need, but they're just not there. Oh, let me put myself back on camera. My bad. I apologize for that. I took myself on camera just to let you guys wait, but now we're back on camera. I mean, yeah, it just doesn't make sense at all, man. And now we're on the clock again. I mean, you really have to go best player available in this. I'm going to take this guy out of TCU, Adarius Washington. I've heard good things about him. It would be a good fit for this team probably, but man, we could have had a guy like Rashawn Slater. We could have had a guy like Trayvon Moehrig if you want those guys. Wide receiver. Could have had a guy like Rondale Moore or something. I don't know. We'll have to figure it out, but you get the point. It's just not working out for us. So yeah, and I'll just show you the value at the end of the draft. I'm really just going best player available. Not to be biased or anything, but okay, you know what? Let's just reach on a guy right here, round 5, just to show. I mean, I'm not just a show, but just like kind of explain what it's like. Let's just take Mukuamu here. Why not? We'll take him there. Adebo goes there. But yeah, man, I mean, there's really not much you can do about it. And that's exactly why I think Carson Wentz, Sam Darnold, much better fits for the 49ers when it comes to the capital you're giving up for them. So yeah, okay. We're back on the clock again. And I mean, we got Mukuamu, we got our wide receiver, we got our safety. There's like no edges. There's what happened to the edges? What happened to the cornerbacks? We got our cornerback. I'm an idiot. But what happened to the offensive lineman? You're not going to get an offensive lineman here. Well, I mean, 162. I mean, sure. We'll take Robert Hainsey right there. Why not? But there's really not many options, man. I'm telling you, it's just not going to work out. You're just really risking it all with that. And I'm not willing to do that at all for Deshaun Watson. So that is another reason why I do not like Deshaun Watson as the 49ers quarterback. Enough ranting and raving on him. Let's get back to these simulations. I know I'm not making any trades. I probably should be. I'm not the guy that likes to trade up, really, but maybe next draft we'll trade up. Oh, we traded up to get Wilson, too. So, yeah, I mean, and look at all the wide receivers here. It just goes to show how deep this wide receiver class is. But, yeah, I mean, we got our who are we missing? We need an edge. We don't have an – yeah, guys, I said we traded Bosa. We don't have an edge still. Like, damn, man. All right, we'll take this guy out of Buffalo. Why not? Best edge available. I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm going to be ranting and raving on him throughout this entire simulation right here. We'll just finish it up really quickly. I mean, I don't really care about this one specifically because it's not happening. So, yeah, we'll just leave it at that. Just get the best guys available that fit our needs, figure it out, and move on. But hopefully you guys get the point of everything. We'll go with we'll take my guy Tamorion Terry right there. Falls to round 7. Love that. We'll take him right there. But yeah, it just doesn't make sense, man. I'm telling you that right now. Okay, let's just take the Ohio State edge, Jonathan Cooper right there. We'll just take him right there. Why not? I don't really know. Yeah, I mean, I keep saying it just doesn't make sense. And I'm just saying that because it doesn't. It really doesn't. I don't get why people think Deshaun Watson. Well, I get why people think he's a good fit. It's not going to work out, though. You're risking way too much to do that, in my opinion. When you have a ton of gaping holes still, injuries are not the only reason why we missed the playoffs. We missed the playoffs because we had some pretty gaping holes, and that's the draft you end up with to fill those gaping holes. That's not that good. You're going to have to get a lot of guys through free agency. It's just not going to work out. So we'll leave it at that, and we'll do simulation number 5. Okay, so next simulation is we're going to stick with I just want one team, the 49ers. We're going to stick with Jimmy Garoppolo at quarterback, see what happens there. So this gives us a bit more flexibility to pick and choose who we want. This should be kind of fun. Just making more trades, figure it out, get more needs. Kyle Pitts at 4. That's an interesting fit. Ooh, oh, sorry. I thought P.J. Silva was still on the board, but he's not. You got Devontae Smith, Justin Fields. Probably the best spot to take a quarterback, but we're not going to do it. There goes Surtain. Bears are trading up, trying to get Fields at 12. That's an absolute steal right there. Got Rousseau, got Slater. I don't want to trade too far down. Ooh, Indy. Ooh, that's a good trade. So Indy's offering their first next year. That would be an ideal deal right there. You know what? We're going to take Indy's deal. We're going to get pick 21 and next year's first for 12 and 111, I believe it was. Yeah, 111. And we get next year's first. That's a steal right there. So there goes Slater. I might trade up. I might trade up. We'll see what happens. They're going to take Barmore, Devontae Smith, Samuel Cosme. Okay, I should be able to get my, unless Carolina or, oh, I said Carolina. It was Chicago, and then they traded Carolina. Okay, we're not trading here. Looking at the offers, unless something blows me away. No. We're going to take JC Horn right here. Get our cornerback. At 21, that's an absolute steal. I'm telling you guys that right now. I like that pick a lot. So we got 21. We move back from 12 to 21 and pick up a first next year. I like that a lot. Okay. Now let's see. What can we do about offensive line? You got Jalen Mayfield on there. Looking at guard, Trey Smith might work out as well. So I definitely think this is probably the round where you get your offensive lineman. Again, we're not going after a quarterback. You could also go after edge too. We'll have to see what happens, but might trade back. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Tyson Campbell, Jalen Mayfield just went there. They took Trey Smith. Okay. You know, I'm just gonna make it pretty simple. We're gonna take Wyatt Davis. We need a guard. There's not that much guard depth after that. Wyatt Davis was a top 15 pick earlier in the year. We'll take him right there at pick 43. So now we're headed to pick 96. We'll have to see what happens. Let's see if I can make a trade up for someone. I don't know. It might be hard to do that. So yeah, but that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. Right is if no quarterback falls to us, I think you definitely trade back, unless you really love a guy like Rashawn Slater or someone like that. Again, this simulation is assuming that we stick with Jimmy Garoppolo. This is the 5th out of 6 simulations that we're doing. This one's just for Jimmy Garoppolo, so we're gonna stick with him in this simulation. Let's head back to the draft because there's a guy. Hold up, pause. There's a guy I see that whenever I pause at the other team, I wanted Patrick Jones, and the Raiders took him. I was going to take him, man. That is so annoying. God damn, man. Okay, who are the other edges available? I was about to snatch him and run away like that, man. Oh, damn, that sucks. Okay. You know what? We'll just continue on. Figure it out. Let's see. Okay, you know what? We got our cornerback, we got our guard. We'll just wait it out for edge, I guess. Well, let's see if we can get our edge here. I'm not going to trade up. I might trade back to get our guy. We'll have to see. There's no offers for us. You know what? Let's do something a bit more interesting. Let's get there's a lot of defensive tackles there. I was going to think of taking one. Let's go with Andre Cisco out of Syracuse. That is a guy who, from what I've heard, I've seen him as the number 1 safety on some people's boards. Other boards, I've seen him pretty low, but I'll take him right there. Andre Cisco, he could be a starting safety in this league, which would be really nice for the 49ers. I don't know if we're going to bring back Jaquiski Tart, so there you go. You get your guy right there. So, yeah, what's good, Max? Okay, so we're at pick. We traded our 4th, I believe, to the Indianapolis Colts. So yeah, so that was our 4th right there. We got there first. So we don't have a pick in the 4th round. Do we come up maybe? Get a guy? We need an edge still. There's one guy right there, Peyton Turner. Our scouting reports are not out for the site. So next time we do this, there might be scouting reports. I know we're doing the open mic next time. I don't know if they're going to be out by then, but we'll have to see. Let's just play it out, see what happens. I got to make some trades up, though. We'll figure it out, though. So got one more simulation after this. We'll play around, make a bit more trades up, be a bit more aggressive in this draft. You know what? This Peyton Turner guy's been there for a while now. Let's just trade up with him. Carolina needs more picks. Let's give them that in a 6th. They should take that. They do, and we'll take Peyton Turner, the edge out of Houston. Don't know much about him again. Ooh, I could have got Chauncey Goldston. Okay, that was probably a mistake, but it is what it is. I mean, it's an edge, so I mean Chauncey Goldston. I haven't watched much film about him. Dalen Hayes, I should have got. I need to look around a bit more, do my due diligence, but you know what? It's whatever. We got an edge. That's all that matters. These are simulations. We'll do a lot more throughout the year. We'll figure it out how it goes. So, yeah, okay, we're on the board again, on the clock, I should say. Okay, looking at it. Ooh, it's interesting right here. All right, I got a guy in mind. With the 159th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the San Francisco 49ers select Kerry Vincent Jr., cornerback, LSU. I've heard great things about this guy. Watched a bit of film on him. He looked pretty good. We'll take him right here. I think he'd probably go higher than this, but we'll see. Dude, what is that name? Amen Ogbug, whatever that is. I like that name a lot. I don't know why. Okay, we got at pick 173. We got two cornerbacks, a guard, a safety, an edge, and a cornerback. Let's look at the quarterbacks. Shane Boucher. Okay, I was scrolling down. I thought he was gone for a sec. We should probably get a backup quarterback though. We'll switch it up maybe in a sec, but yeah, okay. Looking at what we need. We have not taken a wide receiver. Let's just take a wide receiver. Tamorrion Terry. I'm just gonna pick him because I can't. He's in the thumbnail for a reason of this video. I can't stress enough how much I love him. Jake will be on soon to discuss some wide receivers, some other positions. He'll tell you a lot about Tamorrion Terry because he likes him a lot right there. Felipe Franks, I don't really like him that much. I gotta say, he was not that good at the Senior Bowl. I didn't really like the film I watched on him, so I think I probably like Ellinger a bit better. I like Shane Boucher a bit better. That was our 7th round pick that we traded with Carolina. But now I think you just get your backup quarterback. Sticking with Jimmy Garoppolo again, not the safest option. We probably should have gone a guy like Jamie Newman earlier, but hey, it is what it is. Let's just go Sam Ellinger because Shane Boucher, we took him last draft. Let's go Ellinger this draft, finish it off. And that is what you call a draft where you keep Jimmy Garoppolo on this team. Again, and we'll look at the trades again, but overall, I think it was a good draft. We got Indy's first next year, which I think could be, well, I mean, I think they're going to do well, but it's going to be good getting another guy like that. So, yeah, looking at that draft, J.C. Horn, Wyatt Davis, Andre Sisco, Peyton Turner, could have got a different edge. Got to do my due diligence a bit better. Kerry Vincent, Tamorrion Terry, and Sam Ellinger, and Indianapolis's first round pick. So there you have it. Excuse me. All right. Now, final simulation. We're just going to go back to normal. We're going to assume that we need a quarterback in this draft. This is going to be like the second simulation. We're just going to have a bit of fun with it, see what happens, make some trades. 7 rounds for the 49ers. Let's go. Okay. So, pick 1, Trevor Lawrence, Penei Sewell. Okay, so this is good. This is lined up well for us. Justin Fields could be available at 7. I'm going to make a trade with the Cincinnati Bengals. We traded with the Lions last time. Let's trade with the Bengals. I'm thinking if you want to give it to Cincinnati, you're probably looking at 12. You're probably looking at this. This is probably the offer you're looking at Cincinnati right there, right here. So 12, 96, a first next year, and a second next year. Is that a lot? Yes. Let's see if they do a third next year before we do that. Just confirm that. And they do take that. So we keep our seconds. We give up 2 firsts and 2 thirds to move up to pick 5. And with the 5th pick, we're going to take Justin Fields, keeping the 2nd round pick this year. That, in my opinion, is a phenomenal trade for us. We need that 2nd round pick for the ability to trade up to take that offensive lineman or just stay put. Let's say one of the offensive linemen falls to us. It's going to be a great fit for us getting the offensive lineman there. I'm surprised. Did Cincinnati? No. Oh, they got Slater got snatched right in front of them. They traded up, though, to get Christian Darrisaw. That's a good move. I had them trading up in one of my mocks to do that. But yeah, Christian Darrisaw now on the Cincinnati Bengals. And the tackle depth, the tackles went off pretty quick. So we'll have to wait. Into the 2nd round, we go. What did New England trade? Ooh, Tampa gave up a lot to get Gregory Rousseau. Wow, a lot of trades in the 1st round. We were the first one. Lots in the 1st round. Let's just finish off the 1st round with Joseph Osai and Levi, whatever your name is. Okay, here we are. 2nd round. There's the guy I see that I want up there. Let me just look at the other positions. Edge, linebacker, tackle, or offensive lineman, or tackle, I don't know. There's a guy I want up there. I'm going to trade up to get him with the Jets. Let's see if we can do this. So I'm going to press 43 to 44, 43 to 34. Let's give up a fourth as well. See what they can do. Or let's just do, let's give up a fourth. Let's see if they do this. And let's see what happens here. There's a guy I want, so they decline that. Okay. Let's see what happens if I do that again with 34 for 43, 111, and 206. So that's, so now we're going to, actually, I'm going to stay put, see if we can get a cheaper option. And I'm going to stay put. See, hopefully they don't take our guy. They don't. Okay, let's see if Miami will make a deal for that. I kind of want to give up 142 now that I think of it. They declined that. Okay. We might not get him, and we don't get him. It was Melifonwu out of Syracuse. Really like that guy a lot. So, yeah. Okay, now we're here. Jalen Mayfield just went off the board. Damn it. Okay. That kind of sucks. So Cincinnati has a big offer right there. Atlanta has a big offer. Ooh, okay. Atlanta's offers is not looking that bad, if I'm going to be completely honest with you. Looking at what we need, though. We need guard or tackle, or like that swing guy. We need edge, and we need cornerback. I'm going to take that Atlanta offer. You get a second for next year. Recuperate from that. You lost your first. You get your second. You lost your first and your third next year. You get your second. And I think this hopefully this will go well. We'll see what happens. So we're picking at 68 now. Let's see if any of our guys start falling off the board. There goes Spencer Brown. That's a good pick for Seattle. I like that guy a lot. I didn't take him because I don't think we necessarily need him. The only way I would take him is if Trent Lambs leaves, or if we had Joe Staley last year, I'd probably go. Okay. I kind of wanted Trey Smith. You got Wyatt Davis. You got Deontay Brown. We should get one of those guys unless they go back-to-back right here. There goes Javon Holland. There goes Landon Dickerson. Let's take Deontay Brown, the guard out of Alabama. This dude's an absolute beast, freak right there. We're going to take him right there. I think that's a good pick right there. Is it the best system fit? Not as much as you think, but it is what it is. Okay, so we're not picking until what? We're picking until 111, I believe, because we didn't make that trade out. I was hoping to get Trey Smith or Jalen Mayfield or someone else right there, but Melifonwu, but obviously that didn't work out. We'll have to play it by ear, see what happens. We're coming up again at pick 111. Rams taking Demetric Felton. That's a good pick right there. Oh, Kellen Mond to the Bengals. Interesting pick, say the least. All right, I see a guy we want up there. 111th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft. The San Francisco 49ers select Quincy Roche, edge, Florida. I think this is a pretty good pick, or Miami, Florida, I should say. Pretty good pick. He had a pretty good season last year, from what I've heard. I think that's a good pick. Filling the role for Gregory Rousseau, who opted out. So we'll take him right there. Figure it out. Okay, we traded up already, and we got our quarterback, guard, edge. We definitely need cornerback still. Let's see what happens. There's no really good cornerbacks on the board right now, from what I can see. I might reach on Mukuamu again. I don't know. I mean, I already took him once. I don't necessarily know if I want to take him again. Could also just stay put, see if there's a guy we want. Let's see what happens. Okay. Seeing how things play out. Okay, I have a pick right here. Let's do it. With the 142nd pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the San Francisco 49ers select Dalen Hayes, edge, Notre Dame. This is a guy whose interview went really well with John Lynch, so let's take him right here. Can't help to have too many edges in this draft, and we're in the 5th round, so, I mean, it can't hurt that much. So, yeah, okay, guy I see. Okay, we're at 159. If Seattle doesn't take him, I'll make a move. Okay, Detroit is on the clock now. Let's trade with Detroit. So 155 for 159. This is their last pick, so we'll give them 206 as well. They should take this. They do. We're taking Daz Newsome right here. This is a guy who I'm very high on as well. In my top 10 for receivers, along with Tamorian Terry, I think Daz Newsome is an absolute beast. I think he'd be a fantastic fit for this team. So we're going to take him right here. I think it would be a great fit. So, yeah, I pass on Tamorian Terry, but Daz Newsome I will happily take as well. Okay, we still do not have a cornerback. This is looking like a John Lynch draft. You get you bolster the interior early, get your receivers a bit late. Now you need a cornerback which John Lynch never takes in the draft. So we'll have to see what happens. I'm going to go Mukuamu here Why not? He's still on the board. I really like him. So, yeah, we'll take Israel Mukuamu here. So, yeah, there you go. And our last pick's going to be pick 196. So, yeah, we'll figure it out how it goes there. I'm not going to trade up again. I think I'm just staying put, waiting, unless there's a guy that really stands out. If Tamorion Terry going to make it to us? I don't know. You can't really trade. Tamorion Terry is going to make it to us. We're taking him right there. Boom, shakalaka, like that right there. Tamorion Terry at pick 196. My guy, my man. Happy to have him on board this team. So, yeah, we traded 206 to Detroit. That's why we didn't do anything. Probably didn't need to give up 206, but it is what it is. We probably could have given a guy like, I don't know, Azeez Al-Shaair. We're probably not going to do that, actually, now that I think of it. But just a random guy, kind of a role player. That's usually when you swap picks like that, you don't move up that high in the draft. So, yeah. Okay, so final draft you got right here, Justin Fields. We traded up to get him. This was the trade we did. Gave up a lot, but it is what it is. We got our quarterback right there. And again, by the way, I know a lot of you guys have seen me say that Justin Fields not going to be a good quarterback in this league. He's not going to be a good quarterback in this league if he's on a team with a bad system. Niners have a good system, so I'm not worried about that at all. Deontay Brown right there, great pick in my opinion. We traded back again with Atlanta. We got their second-round pick as well for next year, which I think could be very valuable. Quincy Roach, Dalen Hayes, Daz Newsome, Israel Mukuamu, and Tamorion Terry. Didn't draft a safety, but overall, this could be one of my favorites right here. I really like all these guys. I think it would be a great fit for this team, so we'll go with that. But, guys, that is going to do it for the stream. We did 6 mock draft simulations. Episode 1 of Mock Draft Monday in the books now. That's kind of going to be a preview for next week. If you guys want to come on, I'll put the StreamYard link out when the stream is live, but DM me if you want to come on. Give me some interest. I want to see who's interested, but you guys are going to be able to do that next week. Come on, do a simulation, one simulation for whatever team you want. We'll rotate in and out with people, so that's how it'll happen. But, yeah, one simulation, whatever team you want, should be fun. Today was kind of a preview of that, me just getting everything started, but looking forward to it. But anyways, guys, that is going to do it for the stream. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Go Niners!